Sellers. We'll open it up for questions.
Yeah, kind of Maxime, just talk about kind of a quiet first half from you, but you've kind of picked things up second half. Just kind of what it kind of your ability to get going second half.
I think their defense broke down a little bit. We found me on like a couple more inside shots, and on top of that, I tried to crash the board a little bit more, so naturally it showed up. But other than that, I think in the first half we had like 3 guys that were just on fire from 3, like JB, Oziyah, and Ryan. So naturally, like the scoring is gonna spread between like a couple guys. So yeah.
Oziyah, you had a stretch in the second half with a couple consecutive fast break baskets. Can you talk about the
Fast break
importance
dunks, fast break dunks.
So one dunk, bro.
It's a lot.
the importance of being able to turn defense into offense for this team?
Yeah, that's something that the coaches emphasize every single practice. So when we actually do that, it's good for us. And like as players, we gain confidence from that just because we know that that's what the coaches want. So it's always good to get those easy fast break points.
Oziyah, you played 38 minutes today. Just talk to me a little bit about what are you hoping to see in the future? What the situation was for that.
I mean, I guess I was just needed out there, but if I'm out there, I'm gonna play my hardest at all times. So whether I'm playing 38 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, I'm always play my hardest. So that's that.
Is there any kind of feeling that you guys maybe perhaps played down to your competition a little bit? Like you guys came in expected to win despite double digits pretty handily. Then obviously you guys lost to Cal Poly. Do you feel there's any element of that or going on or not necessarily? Is there something different going on?
I think they play in a very like singular way. I mean, Cal Poly was a very like fast-paced team that shoot pretty much only threes, and then today was like pretty much zone all the time, which is not necessarily what you used to play against. Now, I mean, to your point, like we're up by 19 with 6 minutes to go, so I don't think we played down to our competition. I think we did not finish the game well. We should win that one by more. I mean, we had the same issue against Cal. We're up by 20 with 6 minutes to go, won by 8. But other than that, I think. Yeah, maybe that's the one thing that we lack of finishing games probably, because other than that, I think we have all the ingredients to be one of the top team in our league. So I'm really not worried about it.
Number 0, Clark at 5'10", at 32 points. A lot of that kind of in the lane as well. Can you talk about the challenge of defending a guy like that?
I mean, he has the second highest usage rate in the country. So obviously, like he's pretty much the entire offense. Obviously. He made some tough shots, especially around the basket and like kind of this mid-range area. It's hard to have a very, very fast player like this that can like pass the ball really well and shoot at a pretty high clip close to the basket. So, yeah, just congrats to him. Thankfully, we're able to like keep their 3-point percentage down, which I think is what got us a win. But yeah, I mean, he's a phenomenal player. Like, he had a good game.
Oziyah, you guys shot 48% from 3 today. How important do you think that was in winning this game?
It was super important. We got a lot of good shooters on the team, so when we shoot well, it's always a plus for us. And that just goes back to trusting our work. All of us, we put a lot of reps in, a lot of shots up before practice, after practice, so just trusting our work. So when we hit threes, it's always a great thing.
Sorry, what you guys got to Agarwal in this one?
I mean, he made shots too, especially in the first half. I think Coach was maybe a little bit frustrated that he got 5 fouls, but I think it really means that he's trying to play hard on the defensive end, which is what we need. When JB was out of the game, he was kind of playing this like point forward position, so I thought he did a great job because we kind of threw him in the fire for this one. But no, I mean, as I mentioned, like we have tremendous player. Everybody's getting reps. Everybody's working out extra after every practice. So yeah, just great player.
This weekend, you're facing a familiar opponent and one player in particular. Can you talk about what you're looking forward to facing Oregon and Brandon?
Well, one of the top 10 team in the country, so obviously a big matchup. Brandon's probably one of the most consistent and efficient player throughout the entire NCAA. So obviously looking forward to this matchup. I think Coach Smith is also looking forward to play against TJ Bamba, who used to play at Washington State back in the days. Very experienced team. They went to a tournament last year, had a great game against Creighton. Nate Beadle, good 7-footer as well. Like, I mean, they have a ton of good players. Shellstad is one of the best point guard in their league. Yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup. And I was talking to Cole in the locker room just right now, and I really think that everybody's going to be able to concentrate and apply our game plan at the highest level that day. And I think he's going to start tomorrow by resting the right way, Thursday by practicing the right way, Friday by practicing the right way, and then Saturday just showing up with a cutthroat mentality. That's all I can hope for. It's a neutral site, and yeah, these are the kind of matchup we want to play. So really, really excited. Thank you guys.
Got up 19 early, playing really well. I thought we did some good things and weren't able to execute as far as like putting the ball in the basket. We missed a lot of bunnies. But credit to them, they do that. But to get as many good looks at three and make 11 threes against them is really hard. So offensively, pleased. I think we'll see. I assume Syracuse, I assume they're playing zone. I haven't seen them once this year, but it's a good test for us there. And usually Oregon they'll mix up some defenses too. So I think that was good for us. And then, hat tip to them. Their point guard is a really tough cover, really good player. He kept him in it and kept coming, was relentless. And, that team's it was similar to the Cal Poly game for us. In fact, we folded against Cal Poly and they got us. And this one we were able to hang in there. Would like to see, we had it 12, made a miss, and we got an and one. We just kind of don't quite have we weren't able to do it tonight. Hopefully we'll get better where we can.
Coach, talk to me about the game plan going into this game. Obviously, having a 5-10 point guard who can't shoot threes.
He can't. He actually can. He just doesn't. Thank goodness. The game plan was to keep in front. Don't overpressure him, but try to get twos overhand. And we did for a good chunk, but then late in the game, especially, we were just getting some. And some of that's time and score. You're up 10, and we were running him off the three a little bit, and he took advantage of that. We got in the bad habit of trading baskets, but we didn't have Benny, we didn't have Darren available tonight, so I was a little worried about our depth in our backcourt. We were able to, Ryan stole some minutes playing point guard when Jalen was out for 3 minutes. That was about it. And the game plan, I thought, as far as handling the ball and attacking the zone, I was proud of that part.
Just what do you guys need to do to maybe finish games a little stronger?
Yeah, no, I think we're playing a little tight. We're a little, you could feel it. We're just, Ryan, he hit some big threes, but then we still, Oziyah had a big one to knock, would have taken 12 to 15 or 10 to 13. Ryan had one maybe 9 to 12, and we did, you got to take advantage of those, and then just kind of get a stop. You get a bucket, get a stop. We're swapping baskets there, and not a healthy way to do it. So, like I said, I'll take it as progress in the sense where Cal Poly we caved. They just kept, we just didn't. We're shocked. We had a little bit of that look in there today, but we hung in there. And I said, I think Kate's got a young team with their Stanford team, and I saw it. Yes, I said I left the gym with 2 minutes. I said I know that look because they were up 14 and. It's just part of the growing process, and hopefully they kind of got down to the wire, and we had it a little bit tonight, but we're able to extend it a little bit.
Not a lot of paint touches for Maxime today. Are you still happy with the way you ran the offense against the zone, or would you like to have gotten in more?
You know what? I felt like we got him the high post. That was a better opportunity for him, and I just wanted him to shoot more from there because that's kind of what they do. They'll let you get a catch there, and then they hope you drive them and they'll play you one-on-one in there, and Chiz took the bait a little bit, and they won that battle, protecting the rim there. But I remember, start the second half, we got him a jump hook. We got him deep catch. He drew a foul. He shot a little 10-footer, and then we drew another foul off his rebound. So I was like, more of that. But he hit the corner three. It was pretty good. I felt we did a fairly good job there of getting enough. The idea was get a paint touch every possession. And late, we got some ball screen against the zone where Jalen came in, dropped one off to Oziyah. That was good. But you have to prepare 2 days of zone to get ready for that. And hopefully it wasn't, like I said, it'll prove valuable later.
Just kind of in general, how kind of important do you feel this upcoming game against Oregon is before conference play?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a good neutral game. That's a quad one opportunity. And they're a really good team. And I just think there's a little, there's an excitement. It's an old Pac-12 game, and obviously coaches' familiarity, a lot of players' familiarity, so it'll be fun. West Coast high major game. and going into Christmas, just kind of let it all hang out there and see what happens. And like I said, great opportunity. And then we got a long break then we get into ACC play.
Coach, how are you looking to defend Shellstad and all their top guys?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really looked at them, but we'll probably mix up some man and zone a little bit. And Shellstad's a little like the little guy we played tonight, more of a shooter. He'll shoot it from 3, and he puts a lot of pressure on him. And Bamba, obviously, I know very well. He played really well in that tournament they won. So they got a lot of weapons. And we'll have to scheme some stuff up.
You,
It was 10 days since the previous game. How did you guys use a lot of that to prepare for this, or was a lot of just players in finals?
We actually practice a lot and try to get better. And not sure. I don't know if you're necessarily going to see that. We came out and played really well the first. We made a lot of shots too, but I thought we played with purpose. And then just it's been this MO for us in a lot of these games. We've had big leads in half, and we haven't been able to put teams away. But I felt like it'll show up. And I think we played our best game against Cal, and I don't think we got worse necessarily. I just think we had about 6 practices in there to get better, and I think it'll show up eventually. And I think like the last 2 days, it was hard preparing for their zone. Like I said, I was, other than finishing from 2, disappointed there in our offensive rebound. But I thought making 11 threes against us is really, really hard to do.
you mentioned Kate. Just talking about the relationship you've kind of developed with her. Obviously, she's been here a long time. But you're both first-year head coaches. Talk about the relationship you've developed.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like studying good programs and like any sport. And obviously, our offices are right next to each other, and we travel on the road and stuff. And my wife played basketball; she's a women's player too. So I watch it a lot, and they run offense that I ran at Columbia, so I'm like pretty impressed. They run a lot of the Princeton stuff and do it well. So I'm just kind of watching her go through her process, and I'm here to report that the program will be fine with her. She's not. It won't go south on her watch. She's tough, and they're really well coached. It's fun to watch.